name's Miss Grace, and today we're going to be learning about what a thesis statement is. So to begin, can I get a thumbs up or thumbs down if you've ever heard of a thesis statement before? That's great. So a few of us have heard of what a thesis statement is, but just so we can make sure that everyone is an expert and we can implement them in our own writing, let's figure out what a thesis statement is. So to begin, Emma, since you knew what a thesis statement was, in your own words, can you tell me what you think it is?
A thesis statement is what the authors feel.
It's a really great start, Emma. Thesis statements reflect the emotions that the author is feeling and trying to make us feel too. Feelings are a super powerful writing tool that we can implement into our... Does anyone else have any other ideas about what a thesis statement is? Yeah, Lauren?
I think a thesis statement is what the author is trying to say in his or her writing.
That's a great add-on to what Emma just said. So I'm going to tell you what a thesis statement is. So a thesis statement is a summary of the main points that an author is trying to make, which may or may not be based in how they're feeling. Thesis statements give us a roadmap of what points the author is going to make. They give us a what?
A roadmap!
Very good, guys! So, now we're going to do a little game. So if everyone could stand up, push in your chair, we're going to figure out where a thesis statement goes in our writing. I want you all to move to the right of the classroom using the signs that I put on the walls. If you think that a thesis statement should go at the beginning of the writing, I want you to move to your left if you think that a thesis statement should go at the end of your writing. And that's great, guys. We have a pretty split about where a thesis statement goes in our writing, and that's completely fine. So let's figure it out together. Let's say, for example, Caroline, you wanted to visit someplace because you heard it was super fun and super beautiful. Kiki, what's a place that Caroline might want to visit?
Central Park.
Central Park, that's awesome. But let's say that Caroline wanted to visit it, but she had no idea how to get there. What do you think, Lauren, is the first thing that she would use?
A map.
Right, so she could use a map to get there. And that's exactly what our thesis statement is. Our thesis statement provides us with a roadmap for the main points that an author is going to make later in their written piece. So, where do we think that our thesis statement should go? Do we think it should go at the beginning of our introduction, in the middle of our introduction, or at the end of our introduction? Caroline, where do you think it should go?
The end.
Right, that's exactly right. So now, after we've established what a thesis statement is and where it goes, let's figure out how to write the most concise and compelling thesis statement that there is. So, I'll give you a hint. What time's a charm?
3!
Exactly! A thesis statement goes at the end of our introduction and contains 3 points that the author is going to make. We're going to do a little exercise where Caroline's going to tell us how many points a thesis statement should make. And then I'm going to ask for some feedback. Put their fingers up if they agree with Caroline, or point them down if they have a different thought. Is that one clear in the instructions?
Yes.
Awesome. So, Caroline, how many points do you think a thesis statement should make?
3.
Great. Can I get some feedback? That's really awesome that we all agree that Caroline was right, that a thesis statement should have 3 main points. So now, just to practice, we're going to make a thesis statement as a class. I'll start. People might want to visit New York City because... Emma, what's one reason why someone would want to visit New York City?
See the Statue of Liberty.
Another reason that someone might want to visit New York City. Yeah, Caroline.
Because we have really good food.
That's awesome. I completely agree. So we have 2 points out of 3. Who can give me the third reason why someone might want to visit New York City? Yeah, Lauren?
Because we have family and friends here.
That's awesome. So let's read our entire thesis statement. So, people might want to visit New York City to see the Statue of Liberty, to eat really good food, and to visit their family and friends. It's a clear and concise thesis statement that makes 3 main points that we're going to expand on later in our paragraph. To make sure that this learning is really sticky, we're going to sing a song to the tune of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So, ready, set, go! Oh, right at the end of the intro is a good thesis statement. Tells the main argument in 3 parts. I know I'll do good if I do just that. Let me use 1, 2, 3 points for the thesis. Lays out a roadmap, it's so helpful. For it's 1, 2, 3 points, that's all in a good thesis statement. That's great, guys. So now we've learned what a thesis statement is, where it goes, and how many points it should make. So now we can implement them into our own writing. Make our writing very clear and very compelling.